They call me Squirrel.
What's going on, Squirrel Squad? It's your boy, the Squirrel, and this is a little George Carlin. So I know this is not a reaction to something that's UK-based, but this is a selection from someone over on the Patreon channel. Chris asked me to do George Carlin, The Telephone, from 1976. I, growing up, wanted to be a comedian, and George Carlin was one of my biggest influencers. I haven't seen all of his old stuff, but I enjoyed his style and that he wrote in, and I did a lot of reading on his style and things like that. And I thought it was pretty amazing. As he got as he got on in life and on in years doing comedy, I appreciated how he could twist real life things that were going on in the news and politics and things like that, and try to keep it fresh and funny at the same time and poke fun at it. I always thought that was good. The Telephone is a new one to me. I've never heard or seen this sketch before. So let's get into this and check it out. And again, this is a Patreon pick, so something a little different for this channel, but that's okay. One of my people over on Patreon asked me to do it. I'm in. Let's do it. The volume is up, and this is not George Carlin. I don't know who this handsome son of a gun is, but it's not George. Here we go.
It's time for George.
Oh, all right. He's introducing George. It seems really quiet, so I try not to talk over George, alright? I try to just pause it when I talk.
Telephone's another place we spend a lot of time. Telephone. Bob! Telephone! I know, it's been there all week. Margaret, water cooler. Television's a television. Telephone's kind of fun, you know. Hello. 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 Everybody's there. That's all it is, a device for finding out, making sure that everybody's there. It's a hello machine. But do you ever dial someone and forget who you're calling? You have to gamble whether to stay on the line. Hope you recognize the voice. All you need is a little help from the other end. Something like, Bobby Jameson's house. No, what do they say? They say, 2519. Oh. Well, who else are you? And you get embarrassed and you hang up. Then you remember who you were calling, and you have to call back. So you change your voice. So they won't think you're a complete moron. Hello, is Bobby Jameson there? Aren't you the complete moron who just called here? God, it must be complete moron week. Alexander Graham Bell. I'm real glad his name wasn't Alexander Graham Siren.
Is that right?
That sucker really would have woke you up in the middle of the night. When the phone wouldn't ring, it would go off. Phone's going off. It's been going off all day. Can't you hear it? Quick, get it before it peaks. Hello. But when you answer the phone now, the bell stops. The siren would have to wind down. Hello. Can't talk to you now. The siren is winding down. Alexander Graham Bell was one of the few inventors who, when he was finished with his invention, realized he needed another one. No one to call. Couldn't grab a dial tone. Back to the workbench, made another, pumped out another unit, put him up room to room. Hello, hello, everybody's there. Wouldn't you have liked to ask him what plans he had for this phone? What you gonna do with it, Alex?
Gonna have them everywhere.
Huh?
Everywhere. Damn phone, every place I have one. Got a house, got a phone. Got 2 rooms, 2 phones, everywhere. All the way from Orlando to Albuquerque. Pick it up, hello, hello, everybody's there. We put them from Maine down to Portland.
Can you imagine if he knew back then, this is almost 50 years ago now, 47 years ago, where we would be these days where you're carrying a computer around, a computer and a photo studio and everything else in your hand. It's just crazy.
Every place got a phone.
Crazy.
How you gonna connect them?
Wire.
Wire?
Wire. Have a wire coming out the back of every one. Damn wire come out the back of the phone. Take all them wires, stick them together. Turn them around or something, I don't know, pick it up. Hello, everybody's there. We have them in a restaurant. You put them on the side of the road if you want. Just put them all alone in the glass boot. Someone will come along and pick it up. Everybody's there, everybody's there.
Al, I really don't think they're gonna let you do that, you know? I mean, the wires will be in everybody's way.
I'm gonna balance them on poles.
Officer, we have a complete moron over here.
George definitely got more brash, more harsh, more judgmental as they get older. This is very light comedy from George. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. But this is way different than his older years, you know?
Telephone has given us another place we meet. Hold. Being on hold. It's a little like being on standby, you know? The standby is a little more assertive. Standby. Hold. No one volunteers for hold. They put you on it. I'm going to put you on hold. Wait a minute.
It's still the same, right? That doesn't change. No.
Nobody says, I'd like to sit for 15 minutes not being able to communicate with a piece of plastic pressed up against my head. They put you on hold. 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 Why don't they let us talk to each other on hold?
They should, yeah. It's
Are
really
they
party
afraid we'll
line,
tell
right?
each
Why
other
not?
something? And I've always wondered, if you die when you're on hold, does your little light go out on the other end?
That's good.
This is the standard hold position.
Hello. Hello. Hold? Are there many of us in there? Over 1 million.
I think the standard hold position nowadays is with the cell phone in your hand while you're sitting on the toilet. It's on speakerphone while you listen to the hold music, but you're probably playing like Angry Birds or something.
Say hi for me. I'll say goodbye. My time is up. I'll call you next week. Thank you, man. Yeah.
That was an old George Carlin bit from 1976 called The Telephone. That was interesting. Chris, I appreciate you sending that over, man. I've always been a George Carlin fan. It was cool to catch one of his older, more mild pieces. But this, you can see how he kind of deconstructs life and kind of puts you through things. I did watch some Victoria Wood earlier, and I find she does the same thing. You know, it's very, she kind of puts you into a situation where you're like, wow, I've experienced a lot of this. I understand, and that's the way George always has been too. So that whole telephone thing, we've gone through everything he described. We've all went through it on telephones. You know, crazy. I mean, nowadays it's telephones are so different. You know. That's an old dated piece now. It's kind of cool. So, Chris, thanks, man. I appreciate the recommendations this week over on the Patreon server. I appreciate your support over there and everyone else over there. Thank you guys so much. And thank all you folks over here on the Look Squirrel YouTube channel. I appreciate all you guys being here to support me. It's been such a great ride thus far, and I'm looking forward to a long, long journey with you folks in the future. So, you guys take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed some George Carlin. A little throwback to some American comedy. I'll catch you real soon. Be good, all right? Scroll out.